getting something about getting poop on his
Oh
face or
man.
something. I don't know.
Got hit in the face by a turd. Beat beat his kid with the bat. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
I heard he got hit with a bat and beat his kid with a turd.
Welcome back to another exciting edition of Rake in Position, where three lifelong friends right now and one hopefully on the way are living out the dream from the comfort of their chairs. I'm Aaron, the host.
And I am Joe, the groundskeeper. We have a new segment for you today, so stay tuned.
Jared and I have no idea what it is, so we are not held liable for anything that comes out of Joe's mouth.
That is true. I am JD the Rover. Sometimes it's best to go into things blind.
I have put the title in the agenda if you want to sneak a peek.
Don't be an egg.
That's the title.
Title?
Yeah.
That's all you get.
Oh.
That's because Joseph did not spell ignorant, but okay. Hey,
We're giving away half the bit.
You just told me to say the title.
You did say that.
No, I said look in the agenda. Let me delete it.
My apologize. My apologize. All right, so we've got our rankings here. Not much has changed. In first place still are the Phillies. Right behind them are the Yankees. No one should be surprised there. The hot mover today is Baltimore. They moved up to the 3 spot and pushed the Guardians down to the 4. Guardians were in the 3 spot last week. And then new to the table here in the 5 seat, Kansas City Royals sneaking in there. It's everybody's favorite Kansas City team. Snuck in with 5 points. Dodgers, Brewers have 2. Braves, Mariners each had a single vote. So Kansas City jumped over all those powerhouses. So there we
Who
go.
voted for the
What?
Who voted for the Brewers?
Joe. Joe only votes for teams that don't spend money. He votes for the owners that keep all the money in their pockets.
Mm-hmm. Because we have statistical evidence of that.
If you want me to dig a little bit, I probably could find some
the
stuff.
Marlins sold for $1.5 billion like 5 years ago. So
Billion.
the Billy. Go ahead though.
The AL Central has as many 500 teams as the entire National League. I'm sure you all probably saw that as well, but it's like getting into the NBA where the West has 8 good teams and the East for the past 30 years has had 2 good teams, and it's kind of crazy where the league's at right now.
Yeah, I didn't get a look at their schedules because the White Sox are the worst team in the league. So I don't know if those guys have all gotten a chance to play their divisions. This year they switched up the schedules, and so you don't play your division quite as much. It's a little more balanced. And some people are just now starting to play division foes, and we're a quarter of the way into the season. So it's been a weird schedule. But yeah, it's definitely surprising that the AL Central has that many teams that can win more than they lose. None of us saw
Very
that
much.
coming. So good for them. Although, correct me if I'm wrong, we did kind of have a diversified prediction for the AL Central. Me and Corey had Tigers. Jared had Kansas City. Joe had the the Guardians by 30.
No, I think I actually had Minnesota, but
Oh, did you have Minnesota? I also had Kansas City making a wild card. But yeah, so we all gave love to a different team, but it's surprising that 4 out of 5 are above 500. So good for them.
Yeah. I mean, I still voted for Kansas City. They're on a bit of a last 10 games are 3-7, so a bit of a slow. But I think I had to give them the edge just because they've been playing so well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and look out, dude. The Yankees could take that top spot. Cole's making 2 more rehab starts and he's back, and they haven't even needed him.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
Yep.
The
They
evil
played-
empire might be back.
They played 35 away games compared to 27 home games, so they must have some homestands coming up, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're on a West Coast trip right now, all in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, just over there dominating. So
Which makes me think. So this will be a just take the train wildly off the rails. What? Let's say we're on a team. I mean, we almost made it. Um,
But was it
wait,
for my
what team?
knees?
What team?
um, a coast team, and you got to go to
Any
the other coast.
any coast team? Like I can pick.
Any any coast team.
I'll be the Padres. I'm wearing a Padres hat. That makes the most sense.
Okay. I'm wearing a P hat. I'll be the Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh, you're on the other
What do you
coast.
got on?
Okay.
Philly's not a coast. Joe's got to
It's
drive.
East.
He's got to
It's
drive 10 hours to get to the coast.
Eastern time.
All right, it's Eastern time. Fine.
Well, as I continue to talk and look up a map where Philadelphia is
You got
at.
to drive through 2 states to get to the coast for Philadelphia.
Anyway, so I am in Philadelphia, which is wildly right beside the ocean. Um,
All those
everybody go ahead.
beach vacations people take to Philadelphia.
Hey, Aaron never picked his team. Aaron, what coast are you on?
I'll take the Marlins.
Okay.
I get two
Well,
coasts,
you literally have to drive farther than I do to get to the to get to the ocean. What an
but
idiot.
I got two choices.
So, wait, here's where this is going. So that plane ride would be a mother bear. What are you doing on that plane? I kind of hearken a little bit to Rookie of the Year as Brigma wraps up his cake and takes it. But just talking about, the Yankees flying out west, the West is flying to the East for half the year. You're making a bunch of plane rides. So, how do you think you make that time go by? Like, obviously, you're in probably the best plane that money can buy, but what do you think you do during those mammoth long flights
Well,
all the time?
can I break it down two different ways?
Please do.
Yep.
Okay, the first way is if you're a superstar and probably really good at baseball, you're probably watching film on how to get better. If you're me, you're probably trying to play Magic the Gathering the whole time.
I like it. Yeah, I'm sure we got Wi-Fi on this bad boy.
Oh
So
yeah.
Oh, 100%.
yeah, we're getting some hots in. We're getting. I guess if I was on a team, I probably wouldn't play OOTP. That might be kind of weird.
You'd probably get
It's almost like you're gambling.
I'd have my
You can't
that's
do
what I
that.
was gonna say.
I'd
It's
have
not
my
like you're
I'd have my translator play it for me.
Oh, then you're fine.
Yeah, yeah, probably a lot
That's
of
a good
hots.
question.
I
you'd be
sleep on
playing.
planes pretty easily, so I'd be well rested, man.
That's a
I'd probably sleep too. And like they got plenty of room to sprawl out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be crammed
yeah.
in like we are when we go. Yeah,
I guess they're probably timing those to like if you have a 10-hour flight, surely you don't make that during the day. You take it at night so you can sleep, probably, right?
probably want to get to the hotel though, and not just like land and go straight to the park.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think it
I don't
kind of
know.
depends on the two. I feel like most times when you fly out, MLB does a good job of giving you like an early afternoon game, so you
On the
can
big
go,
trips, yeah.
get on a flight and get to where you need to go, or if you got
Yeah.
to travel somewhere. So
Also, I wonder how many they take. Like if you have, excuse me, 25, 26 players, you probably have half a dozen coaches. I mean, they have to be taking two planes, right?
Occasional scouts and office
Yeah, I
guys,
mean,
front office people are going to travel sometimes.
the
Not
water
always,
boy,
but
the cook, I mean, everything.
trainers,
I wouldn't think you need more than one plane.
big planes.
Yeah, but
But
hey,
if I'm getting paid, 700 millis, I'll get my own plane back. I'll meet you guys there.
I mean that's true too.
A whole fleet of planes land.
I can take one other person. You can come on my private plane.
Oh, the
I'd
cook,
probably
yeah, I got him.
I'd probably get like a bi winged propped plane and just be like, I hope I make it out to Cali. I'll see you guys there. No
You're our
Wi-Fi on board that.
you're our most expensive player, and you're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna take this prop plane there. Hope I make it.
If if I'm Otani, that's part of my contract.
All right. Well,
Uh,
that train is completely derailed, heading on a track a different direction now. So, Phil's, Yanks, Orioles, Guardians, Royals. That is the perfect top five. If you disagree, you're wrong.
I like it.
All
That's a
right.
good. That's a good assumption.
Corey is hoping to be on here eventually. He's had some run-ins with bats and turds. We're not sure who hit what where, but
Jury's still out.
the jury's still out. So we're hoping Corey joins us. But till then, we've got a few segments. Jared's going to lead us in this next one, a little trade banter.
Yeah. What do we like almost more than the All-Star break, gentlemen?
The trade deadline.
Yeah. I kind of feel like who's that guy that does like the UFC
Bruce Buffer.
and like the mic's coming down right here? I
Yeah,
kind of feel like him right now. I ain't got the voice for it, but I just feel like it's on my screen
that's
now.
nice, man.
Thanks. New setup. Anyway, yeah, so we're already in June, which is kind of crazy. And will be deadline will be end of July. Sometimes it's in August now, is that right?
Yeah, I think they've pushed it back a little bit into August once they got rid of the non-waiver trade deadline and the waiver trade
Gotcha.
deadline. Is that right? Is that when it changed?
I feel like that's right. Yeah. Don't quote us on that. Um,
No, quote
yeah,
Corey on that.
yeah. Actually, Corey gave us that information, so
Yeah,
yeah.
Statman gave that.
So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna dive too deep into it because we can talk more about this when it gets closer. But I think we're just gonna throw a few names out that we think could be on the move. We could disagree, agree, or we can bring new people to the table. Um, I've got a top, I've got a few people at the top of my list that I don't think anybody's going to talk about. The first one for me is actually someone near and dear to my heart because he was so fun to watch in the World Baseball Classic. But I think Randy Arozarena could be on the move.
Ooh.
And why I think this is Tampa Bay is sitting at 500. He's about to get expensive. He's not playing well there. And a new change of scenery for a team that can afford that type of contract or may look at that contract as cheap could pick him up. And I mean, he brings the energy, so he could spark a team in the playoffs and go on a pretty decent
Mhm.
sized run there.
He gets
So that
better
was
when the lights get brighter. So
exactly. So that was the first one that came to my head just from looking at some players that are out there that are I would consider underperforming. Unfortunately, my boy Randy is, so I could see. Don't ask me where because I haven't quite looked at team needs yet, but I
mhm.
think he's someone that could be a big trade piece for Tampa Bay who likes to send people on out. And then honestly, my next two are kind of there are a lot of big what ifs, but I think with the NL Central being so close, I actually got two Cardinals on this list. I do. Oh, hey, balloons.
They're
That's weird.
excited to get traded.
I guess a peace sign throws up balloons. Um, First one I don't think is a big of a surprise. I think Paul Goldschmidt could get some suitors out there for someone who's looking for a right-handed bat with another uh, change of scenery there. And with him having a contract extension, who knows what the Cardinals will do, but he is on the wrong side of 30, so that most likely means that he will um, be gone. So,
Yeah.
or actually, sorry, not gone, but he'll probably get extended. Sorry, you threw me off in your question in the group chat there.
Sorry. Yeah. My dog is barking like crazy outside at something. I don't want to
No,
yell and ruin
I
the
don't hear it.
pod. But now I'm talking
No.
about him. So
Good
So here we
job,
are.
Jared.
Hey, dude. Well, he threw me off by throwing that question in there. That's not my fault. Anyway, the other guy who's actually might be probably one of the top relief pitchers this year is Ryan Helsley. I think he could get some attention and honestly some probably solid pieces back for what he's doing. High leverage guy. But I think why I say this and why I think it's big what ifs is I think the Cardinals are going to consider themselves too close to the race and stay put and probably add a what do you think, Joe, another 35-year-old middle relief pitcher and say, hey, we made a big
like
move.
Oliver Perez, probably
Yeah. Call him out of retirement.
get those lefties.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think they should be sellers, and I definitely think they'll probably be buyers. And trade for some trash arm and just kick the can another year down the road until they're they're the White Sox of this year and winning one game every month. So I hope they sell. Hey,
6
well,
and 156.
they're 6-23 in their last 62 games. So I hope
Checks
they
out.
sell. They probably won't. As far as paying attention to other things around the league, I haven't. You bring up Randy Rosarina. I think he's peaked, and he's not somebody I would trade with. Definitely not somebody I'd sign to a long-term big deal. I think that's all you
I'm
mentioned.
gonna pause you there. Let me pause you there.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you think he's peaked, but I'm a GM. You're the Tampa Bay Rays, and I'm a GM that calls you,
Yep.
and you're gonna have to give this guy a contract extension because he's gonna be a free agent, and he's probably gonna want anywhere from 16 to 20 mil. You've already told me the info that he's peaked or that you think he's peaked.
Yep.
So I know this information, and you're still not gonna deal him to me, or you would deal him to me
I
is what you're
think
saying.
you originally lost me. Well, first I would Omega Lol at 20 mil, which I mean that is the going rate for trash nowadays. But um, I think you lost me a little bit earlier when you made mention that it would be a big deal, and it may be a big deal. I don't know, maybe that's what 700 OPS gets nowadays. But small guy, still kind of living off that playoff run.
Okay, so maybe I phrase it wrong. I wouldn't say that'd be a big deal, but I could see he's been in
The big
Tampa
name.
Bay, a big name.
I could definitely be in, yeah, see him being swung. Small market team, not winning in the last year of deal, change of scenery. Maybe teams think they get a second half run out of him. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, I'm offering you a relief pitcher and five coupons to Hardee's. So,
Yep. How hard does the relief pitcher throw?
65.
That sounds like what Tampa turned into 3 all-star starters, is what that sounds
I,
like.
I know. Yeah, no, I would do it. You're it's not a guy you're going to resign. You're not in the market. Those kind of teams are not in the market to sign 30-year-old outfielders to long-term deals. They trade those guys and they bring up a 22-year-old and probably get very similar production out of them.
True. Aaron, what you got?
I had a couple outfielders that instantly came to mind because the Braves just played the A's. And the Braves are probably going to add outfield help, I'm guessing. And so the A's got 2 interesting bats that are very flawed, but have proven over decent careers now that all they do is hit. They may have defensive issues and different things, but I don't know. Miguel Andujar is back in the bigs after starting the year on the IL. He's only played 9 games this year, but he's on fire. Start off with 927 OPS playing left field. He looked fine out there. He came up, if you recall, with the Yankees back in what 2021 was his rookie season. I don't know, maybe before
Hmm.
that. But he was runner up rookie of the year, I
I think
think.
so. Hmm.
Um, so like he's proven he can hit. He has experience at third and first, but probably is best for the outfield. And the A's will move anybody they can, but they also have and Miguel's got a 800 OPS for his career, so it's a nice solid base there. But they've also got that Brett Rooker. Oh, sorry, that was Brett Rooker that has 800 OPS for his career. But Brett Rooker, I don't know if you guys have seen this guy play. He's already up to 13 homers this year. He has been primarily their DH. He has a little bit of outfield experience. He's in good shape. Like he's not like a David Ortiz build. So I don't know. Is he really that bad in the outfield? They're like, yeah, you just go hit and we'll be okay with it. But so him and Miguel Andujar are both OPS and over 900. Uh, Miguel for 9 games and Rooker for the whole season so far. But I think both of them pretty easy to pry away. And then starting pitcher market, I went to the White Sox and Garrett Crochet. I don't know if you guys have seen him pitch. Have the Cardinals faced the White Sox yet? But man, early on in the season, the Braves had to face him. He was just filthy. And it's his first year starting, so he doesn't have that much
Yeah.
wear and tear on his arm. But his career ERA is 3.09 in 85 games, and that's including 13 starts this year. His ERA right now is 3.49 in 13 starts, first time starting. Um, so I mean, I could see a lot of teams, especially like loaded teams like the Dodgers, bringing him over, being the fifth
Oh,
starter, and then putting him back in the pen. towards, playoff time when everybody else is healthy, when Kershaw's back, when Bueller's built up, and all these young guys are ready. Um, and then just transitioning back to the bullpen because he's not going to throw 200 innings this year. So Crochet's an
Don't you
interesting
think?
one.
Yeah, and I had not, I was unfamiliar with him. Heard he's good at knitting, but don't you
Mhm.
think being
Big
25,
needles.
a monster, like why that would be a guy they would maybe keep to build around?
Yeah, this is his third year, so he's going to be hitting arbitration next year, and they are so far away. So I mean, it's a guy that you could get, 4 or 5 prospects for, some blue chip guys, and you think
Hmm.
about teams like the Dodgers. Um, I don't know other contenders that have like the Orioles. Like, could you go get some of these outfielders and some of these young hitters the Orioles have because they need pitching so
And a
bad.
lefty.
So yeah,
Other than
Uh,
being left-handed, reminds me a lot of myself. 6'6", 245.
yeah, you're good with needles too, I hear. So
Low on walks. That's
Nice.
I'm loving this guy.
yeah, he's filthy.
Tall left-handed and
hmm The other
very
guy I
low
keep
Good
walk.
luck.
hearing, Garrett Crochet. We're talking about Garrett Crochet,
Okay.
needler.
Everybody, welcome Corey to the show. If you're not
Yeah,
watching, you would
woo!
not know he has jumped in.
You know
And you
what they
would not
say.
know he got jumped by a turd too. So
Yeah, better never than late, as they say. Um,
that's
Yep. Nailed
the
it.
the
yeah.
the one last trade thing I'll throw out there that I've seen a lot written, but I don't think they'll do it. But like Bo Bichette, like would you guys go for Bo Bichette if you need infield help? The
Oh,
dude
dude, with this.
swings at everything, doesn't miss a whole lot, but also hasn't been doing anything with it when he hits it this year. But middle infielder, Jays are
Hmm.
I don't know. Like, do I
That's
think
a
the
good
Jays are
question.
going to move on from Bichette and Vlad? They're both free agents after next year. So I don't know. Interesting. So what do you think about
Vlad,
that?
Vlad played. Vlad, oh boy, Vlad played third the other day. How does anybody? I don't know how that
Really?
went. Does anybody know how that went? Yeah,
No, I had not heard that.
it's the first time
Did
since I
not
think
see any clips.
2019.
He's in good shape
Yeah,
for
best
Vlad.
best shape of his career, I've
Uh-huh.
heard.
We're talking about potential trade targets early on. I threw out Andujar and Rooker from the A's, Crochet from the White Sox. Jared threw out Arozarena, Helsley, and Goldie. What do you think,
You,
Corey? Early trade targets.
I think the Cubs get Mason Miller, and then they trade for Tanner Scott, and they also probably trade for Josh Hader. Also, Mariano Rivera comes out of retirement to come play for the Cubs.
We weren't
Um,
predicting these for our teams. We're saying these are trade targets we could see being.
I think that's the only trades that are going to happen. Actually, I'm happy to be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Um,
Where's
Tanner
the
Scott will move, I'm sure.
where's
Mason
the
Miller, I can't see that happening this year.
where's the kick button on this thing?
yeah. Mason Miller probably won't move. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that I don't feel like the Cardinals just not to not have my own ideas, but instead just kind of tear your guys' apart. I don't
Totally
like
fine.
the Cardinals
We've
won't
already mentioned
sell.
that we don't think they won't sell. I'm just saying I think
Okay.
they should trade those pieces.
Um,
So go tear something else down real quick.
well, I'm thinking, like just like kind of trying to stay in the Central. I'm surprised. Like, do the Reds have any pieces they would want to sell for next year? Just because it seems like I guess Jonathan India. He's been in talks, but another infield guy, but not a
That dude's
shortstop. So
that dude's been in rumors for a
yeah,
year
yeah,
now.
Seems like
yeah.
seems like since he was in the minors, people were talking about him.
Let me just pull up my spreadsheet here, aka
One
Google
thing
search.
Aaron
OTB.
mentioned Aaron mentioned a point was why the A's don't throw Rooker just into the outfield somewhere. I thought that interesting. Not really interesting because outfield is so easy to play, but he's DH right now. You didn't say infield. I just didn't know.
Because he came up as an outfielder, and they
His
haven't been outfielding.
And that and that's the easiest place to hide somebody who's trash. Next.
first base. Boy, there's a lot of bad teams. I haven't. because whenever I do the rankings, I only look at the good teams, and boy, there's some real
There's,
stinkers out here.
as you know, there's 4 teams over 500 in the entire National League.
Oh, I did not know that number. That's
And
quite
there's
quite
four
astonishing.
teams over 500 in the AL Central.
Yeah,
Boom.
that makes sense. You think Charlie Blackmon would go anywhere? Is he doing? It seems like
Who
he's
wants
doing
him?
okay.
I
I
know,
thought
but who wants him?
who wouldn't want him? I don't know. He's got a. I
Cooney
guess his
almost looks
OPS
like
is
Charlie
bad.
Blackman. We got our own Charlie Blackman
I'm
on the
here,
phone.
man. I'm
Or
here.
I'm thinking like Jordan Montgomery, based on where the D-backs are at right now. Why not just ship him out again? But I feel like the D-backs again are kind of in the same situation where they're not going to throw in the towel just
Yeah,
because.
they got him for a cheap second year too.
Is it
Like,
not an option? I guess if he's not doing so well.
yeah, yeah. It
I could see
turns
the
to a player
Cardinals.
option if he does better, but
I could see the Cardinals trading for Bader and then swinging him for like Montgomery or something.
hey, Carp
Yeah,
came home,
maybe.
Bader can come home.
Uh, Speaking of the Mets, I mean, it seemed like Pete Alonso would go somewhere for something. Um, Trying to think of who would need a first baseman though. What are you doing with your
Yeah, that's
hands?
This? I'm just
Yeah.
like pushing on my rib cage. It feels good.
Okay.
the Yankees. Send Alonso to the Yankees. How's Rizzo playing?
I mean, I don't think it's
There's
bad.
no way you could trade him to the same city.
Yeah, that's not. And I don't think
If
they needed
the
another
price is
right-handed power
right.
bat.
No, they don't, but might as well take one.
Yes, that's
If
true.
Alonso's
Let's
hitting
see.
seventh, you're doing all right.
Rizzo is not doing well. He's
Yeah.
got a 651 OPS. Um, so that's not great. And
Trade
then
him
the
back to the
Angels, I mean, take
Cubs.
your pick. Um,
There's nobody on the Angels they would trade.
just send Mike Trout somewhere.
They
So I'll
can't
tell you
stay
what,
healthy.
send. That's true. But like package, I guess nobody's gonna be able to pay for that. I was gonna say put Rendon with Trout for cheap. Like take both these guys for like a Snickers bar. Um, but
Well, there
I
we
don't
go.
know.
We got lots of people on trade block all of a sudden. We got Helsley, Goldie, Snickers bar. There's a lot of people on the trade block.
There's a
All
Hardee's
right.
coupon in there, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
All right.
five. Five
All
coupons.
right, Aaron. We're gonna do one more role play.
Oh
Okay.
gosh. Okay.
Do you want to be the Braves or the Athletics?
Braves.
Okay, I'll be the Athletics. So you got to call me because you're wanting my players.
Okay. Hey, here's a trashier version of the player you have. Can I have your guy?
Hey, I'm sorry. Who is this? Our phone lines are been cut off for about a week now.
And this is how.
Oh, is this Double A?
Yes.
Hey, what's up?
What's going
I'm
on,
just
man?
sitting in the Coliseum as they haven't cleaned the trash up in like 4 months here.
Yeah. Did you get stuck in the middle of the field while the poop flooded the alleyways again?
Yeah, that was because of our team. Yeah, we did
Yeah.
that. Anyway, what?
Heard Corey's been there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hmm.
Anyway, what's up? What can I do for you?
Yeah, we were looking for an outfield help and another pin arm. Minter's down, Matzik's down, Acuna's down. We need backups.
And you have the right number. You called us.
Yeah, I'm going to trade you Jesse Chavez for Mason Miller. You're going to love it. And then
Okay.
I'm going to trade you Adam Duvall for Miguel Andujar and Rooker, but then you're going to trade Duvall to the Brewers. Is that cool?
Yeah. Can I put you on a brief hold?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Joe, I need you to pick up the phone.
Don't know what's going
Hey, yeah,
on
this
here.
this this is Joe the groundskeeper. I've overtaken Mosaiac's office. I'm now in
Oh,
charge. What's up?
sweet. Hey, how do I get rid of this Joe Boyle character?
I'm pretty sure you could
He's in the
DFA him
minors. I don't want
and
him.
nobody will pick him up.
All right, cool. Hey, thanks. Hey, I love the podcast. Talk to you later.
Later, dude.
I don't know. I don't know who Joe Boyle is.
Hey, Double A,
Who's
you
that
back?
guy?
You got to take Boyle with you. Anybody you want, but you got to take
Hey,
Boyle,
if I get Miller, I'll take Boyle.
except for Miller.
Oh, like
I just traded him away.
that's how Billy Bean rolls, man.
And
And
Just
scene.
you're welcome, everyone.
Wow, that was great.
so So
That
Boyle
was
has done
all
better.
improv.
Boyle's done better in good. That was better than whose line is it anyway?
You're welcome.
Boyle's done better in
Uh-huh.
AAA. His walks are only at 10 per nine.
That is pretty good, man. Down from his 13 it was in the bigs or whatever. All right, moving on. Joe has inspired us with his next segment that we don't know what it is. So we're actually
Yeah. Think about which you really don't know. I just say it. I mean, it could just be fake. It could just be me trying to be cool.
Or thinking
Check.
real hard.
yeah, this
So,
this this train is dead in the ditch,
so
blown up on fire.
think about how little prep I normally do, and it's actually been less on this. But this is going to be good.
I think the
So,
viewers are well aware of that.
so I hope Van Stream has somehow made it 45 minutes in with us. So we had this thing back in the day where if you were doing something stupid, really you could be doing anything, and it probably was stupid because
Because
this
Joe
is
was
like
doing it.
this is like grade school stuff. But we had this phrase where it came from, I don't know. But we had this phrase that we would say all the time, and the phrase was "Don't be an ig." And my headset's dying, so I'm being an ig right now. And basically that was short for, don't be stupid, don't be ignorant, don't be an ignoramus. But we didn't want to say that. We just shortened it to don't be an ig. Or we would just say, yeah, ig.
Dilla you ever say la did it?
I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh, look at
No,
it.
no. So anyway, the way this is coming back to baseball, I mean, just amazing, right? There, this started with some of the and this is going to be part of another segment, so I don't want to give that one away. But I saw something stupid in the MLB. Um, I also started looking at old rules. Last time I think we were on the pod, we were looking at some stuff, and so the bit is going to be we're going to look at some things that I think are stupid, that I think are ignorant. But I also think I'm going to shed some light on maybe some topics that our viewers, I'm sure not Corey and Aaron, but maybe our viewers are unaware of. So anyway, don't be an egg.
So what are you trying
I'm
to say
gonna
about Jared by not including him in that?
Yeah, they totally just
no, Jared, you don't want to be included with them. I promise you. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna try to make you less ignorant on some certain topics as we go through here,
Thank you.
but it's gonna be on some topics that I think are dumb, are stupid. So again, don't be an egg. Don't be dumb, but don't be ignorant of the topic at hand. So this will get better as we go along.
can't get worse than
Yeah,
this
the
this
bar's pretty low.
So anyway, um, last time when we were looking at rule changes, does anybody remember why we were looking at rule changes?
you were talking about breaking up double plays.
Yeah, breaking up double
You
plays.
don't remember
Don't
why we
be
were
an
talking
egg,
about
Joe.
this.
Well, where the world did that page go? Dude, I had that pulled up.
Do you think I got a time to get a quick game of Hearthstone in while you figure this out?
No. So no, just give me a second. Somebody talk about something.
Um,
We're gonna have to delete like 30 minutes of this podcast.
I got hit in the face.
Paul
It's
Skeens
it.
struck out.
Corey, tell us about baseball today.
Yeah, Paul Skeens looked nice.
Yeah, I saw you throwing some heat.
How'd that happen?
A child hit the ball and then tried to then hit it again on the ground as I was trying to pick it up
Did they
and
hit it?
hit me in the face. I don't remember.
How'd it feel?
I mean, it was maybe not even the top three most frustrating things that happened during that game today. So, I'm not too concerned about it. Uh, everybody kind of made it seem like it was going to look worse than I feel like it does, but we'll see tomorrow. I think that's really kind of when it's going to shine, so to speak.
All right. All right. Thanks for that story, Corey. If you want to, we'll have that on the deep the deep cut of the pod. More of that story if you guys want to.
You have to pay extra for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what is one of these one of the dumbest things in baseball?
Is it
And
the
I
Ghost Runner?
no,
Okay.
I'll give you a
I'm
hint.
surprised that's not it.
Yeah.
It's on a sign behind me.
A
Oh,
bear?
throwing strikes.
Warcraft.
So one of the dumbest things in baseball to do is walk somebody because you don't have enough talent to throw a strike. That's like being a DH and you don't have enough talent to play the field. So I looked into, and by looked into, I mean stumbled upon some rules about base on balls. So again, I'm going to fill you in on a topic that I think is stupid, but probably that you're unaware. So, when baseball was first introduced, you got not four, not five, not six, not seven, but you had to get 8 balls before you could walk. So,
Thanks.
up until 1879, then it was reduced to 7 balls. And if I was alive during that time and I had to watch my team walk a batter with 7 or 8 balls where you could not throw a strike, um, can you imagine the rage? 1883, it goes down to 6. 1886 goes down to 5. And in 1889, we have the rule that we have today of where 4 balls are a walk.
We
And
should
we
take it to
have to,
one.
oh my goodness. I mean, maybe Corey knows this off the top of his head, but
Uh-huh.
the past few years have to have some of the highest walk rates ever to exist,
Don't look
which
it up.
is
You know it off the
I
top of
don't
your head, Corey.
I don't think that's true.
it has to be true.
Just think about anytime there's a rule change, somebody's against it. So imagine being that guy that's like, they're trying to take my job by making 8 balls not good enough. Like, there's some poor smug that's like, oh man, I can't do it with 7. Poor
100%.
guy.
Yeah.
Actually, we had historically one of the lowest within the past 5 years, one of the lowest walk total years since the AL-NL merger.
Yeah, well, that was 2020 and we only played 10% of the games. Yeah, nice try, Corey.
Yeah,
Um,
me, I was amazed. I was like, wow.
it's been pretty consistent since the 1990s. We've been in the somewhere around
We've
15
been
to
in the way
16,000.
too dang
Dude,
many.
if you walk some of the 1990s with those strike zones, wow. You,
So let's see. The highest was 2009. It looks like 16,620. Um, but then back in 1996, there was 6,093. So, or
Wowzers.
16,093. But
Well, I mean, we got rid of Joe West and Angel Hernandez. Maybe that'll start coming back down to earth, but with all this max effort stuff, I doubt it.
yeah.
Wait, I thought we liked Joe West. Why are you talking smack?
We like Joe off field.
Dude, do you know what this means? Joe has an angel with him.
Mm.
I
And then
think
went
we made
west.
that joke last time. I feel like
No. Did we?
I think we did.
Dang it.
we did the angel wings for sure. And I know we
Dang
talked about
it.
Joe West and Angel Hernandez.
My bad.
So that
I'll
wraps
still
up
take it.
We'll delete that too.
that wraps
Episode's gonna
up
be 6 minutes long.
the first segment of Don't Be an Ig. More to come. I already know what my next topic is. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be something stupid, and it's going to be something not everybody knows the rules of. And please stick around for that. Yes, Aaron.
I have 2 questions. One's for Joe, one's for Corey.
Yep.
Groundskeeper, Statman. I'll make one up for you
Jared.
too, Jared. I got 3 now. Uh, with 8 balls, is it still 3 strikes? Or was it even different with strikes? Was a full count? It's 8 and 7. Full count.
So it
Uh,
looks like in 1880. This is very quick. Control F search. In 1880, there's a rule change stating batter no longer got a fourth strike. So
So
it
there
looks
were
like
more strikes at some point. Interesting. Thank you, Joe, for enlightening us. Jared, um, if the pitch clipped your knickerbockers, did it count as a hit by pitch?
Like Patrick Ewing?
Yes. If the ball hit your
Mm,
Ewing, did it count as a
top
hit
or
by
bottom
pitch?
Ewing?
Anywhere on your Ewing.
No, not in those days.
All right. Corey, what would Joe Boyle's walk rate be in 1841? Is that cut in half or is he still in trouble?
He's still in
I
trouble.
think it's still a percentage. Like he's still
probably
throwing.
gets worse.
Yes, 60% balls no matter how you shake it.
All right. Thanks, guys, for your help. Appreciate it. Team effort here at Break Your Position. Does that bring us to the final segment?
Yeah.
I'm excited for that, Joe. Bring more of the ignorance to our
We made it.
pod.
Don't be an
Yeah, but
egg.
that's not enough. That's for sure. We're all too smart.
All right, Corey.
Um,
Corey filled in the man. Look at that. He filled in the pictures already. I just picked five teams matchups that I thought looked good. So
that's what I do.
perfect.
Twins at Pirates. I forgot to update the spreadsheet while Joe was thinking
Yeah, I want to
about
know how I did
balls.
last week.
Um,
Well, you
well,
all picked the Phillies.
I don't know. What happened in the Cardinals Philly series last week?
Phillies won.
Wasn't good.
2-1 Phillies.
It didn't exist. That's the only one that I can fill in because I don't know the rest of them, the results. So just imagine,
Okay. I imagine I went 5-0. Thanks.
except you picked the Cardinals. So
No, you said you
best you
told
could
me
have
to
did.
imagine, and that's what I'm imagining.
Okay, you
I'm
know what?
only
All
imagine
right, guys, keep going. I'll figure out the
what
rest
will
of
my
these.
eyes see.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
any
cover your
Imagine
I
faces
songs.
was
though.
singing John Lennon and you were singing
I know you
what was that,
were.
Mercy Me?
Yeah.
Um,
Those are wildly different
how are
songs.
Completely
the
different concepts. Exact
how are the
opposites.
rankings, guys? Was it all pretty?
Yeah, so it similar teams. Phillies first, Yankees second. Baltimore
Joe
snuck up to third.
Joe voted
Guardians
for the
fell to
Brewers,
fourth.
so that sucked.
Yeah.
Joe voted for the Brewers. What is wrong with you?
He won't.
If
We've gone over
if
this.
you're averaging 40 million spent per win that you get, I mean, do you really deserve a vote? No.
Yes.
40 million per win is a lot.
Ridiculous, right? I know. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
I find it hard to believe that that's what's happening.
Kansas City got the fifth spot.
Yeah, that makes sense. I snuck him in there.
Guardians four,
Um,
Kansas City five.
I felt pretty good about. Why did I think the Marlins were going to beat the Rangers this last week? What was I doing?
We're
Rangers
not
are not
sure.
playing good, so who knows?
Well, they
That
beat the
AL
Marlins.
West is
Worst
Needs to go
division.
west.
I need to sign Joe West that could maybe be better.
They have one team over 500. It's crazy.
And it's the Mariner.
Mariners.
All right,
George Kirby.
the results are in from last
Uh-oh.
week.
Hit me with it.
I went 1-4. My only correct was the Phillies. So good job, me.
You're garbage.
Jared and Aaron went 2-3, and Joe went
Oh.
3-2.
Yeah,
But
what's
we're
overall?
moving on.
I never did
Overall-
send you those other ones, did I?
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
can't because
goodness, this is
and then
I'm
he
sorry.
messed up the whole
17.
spreadsheet.
I
Trying to-
apologize for that, okay? I
Well,
meant no offense.
you all you had to do is copy and paste, and instead you just put in single digit numbers.
It wasn't true or false? Oh, my
You had
bad.
to copy and paste, and all you did was paste.
My bad.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Um,
This podcast has been just all over the place. I love it. All right.
okay, well, I think that's just kind of where we're at these days. Our loyal fan base is going to stick with us no matter what we talk about. Our loyal,
Let's put that to the test, fellas.
minuscule fan base.
I think we pretty routinely put that to the test.
All right, on to this week's predictions. It's the Twins at Pirates. I love Mitch Keller, so I'm going to take the Pirates. for that
Well,
reason.
you know I love Jared Jones, so I'll also take the Pirates.
Yeah, you would.
You would.
I I like Mitch Keller as well, but I'm not taking the Pirates. I'm going Minnesota.
Well, I hate Bailey Ober, so I'm taking the Pirates. That's
Nice.
not that's
I
not true, Bailey. I'm sorry.
No. You've mentioned
Wow.
him that you do not like him multiple times.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I think he's actually reached out
I
to our
think I
representation
think
and
that's what all your youth ministry sermons are about, is how much you don't like that guy.
That's true.
Bailey Ober is the devil.
The Antichrist is in Minnesota.
Oh my gosh.
You're also Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was
woo.
good.
Okay.
That was good.
Um, what are we doing?
Hey, I watched Iron Claw the other day. The Ric
Yeah.
Flair in that was not good. That guy looked
Well, he was
looked
there
nothing
for
like.
like 30 seconds, I
I
thought.
know they could have done a better
Okay.
job.
Well,
They
Boo.
should have just got Ric Flair to do it.
Exactly. Should and
Well, it
there's
was Ric
one
Flair
man.
from 1971, so no, Ric Flair today should not be doing that.
Oh, that
how
makes it better.
how'd you feel
CGI.
about the movie otherwise,
I enjoyed it. I didn't know the story. It's yeah, it's a famous wrestling story, but yeah.
Jared? You,
I haven't seen it. I
okay.
haven't seen it either. My headset just said battery running low for a second time.
I don't know. Let's just draw this out and see if we can he'll be in the dark here. I
So
didn't know the
hand signals.
story, but I like Jeremy Allen White. Um, anyway.
I mean, just anytime you're doing any of that stuff with 1 foot, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I just meant I liked the actor, but I suppose the character he was portraying was cool as well.
Mhm.
On to the Orioles at the Rays. They're pretty close, so as far as travel considerations, there's not a lot to consider there. Um,
Oh, speaking of travel, draw this out some more. Would you consider Philadelphia a beach town?
Nobody said Beach Town.
I
And if you need some help, you can Google it.
I would
Go
not
ahead, go
consider
ahead, Kirk.
Philadelphia a beach town.
Go ahead, Kirk.
I guess I'll take the Rays just because I don't know. I feel like everybody else is gonna take the Orioles, and I want to do that.
Oh my
Yes, very
goodness.
much.
Exactly. Birds all the way.
Yeah, I guess I didn't know that Tampa Bay was 500, but those percentages on the pitching matchups are interesting. But Baltimore,
Yeah, Baltimore's rotation starting to get healthy. Is this Bradley's first start back? He's been hurt for Tampa, hasn't he? I'll go
Yeah,
Baltimore. I'll
probably.
go Baltimore. Their rotation looks a little bit more solid in this matchup.
And the heavyweight matchup here with the Dodgers at Yankees, with the premier pitching matchup in that first game between Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Cody Petit, um, the household name. Uh, I still think the Yankees probably take it just because their offense is very, very scary. Um, and Yamamoto seems I haven't paid attention to baseball in probably 2 or 3 years, it seems like.
Well, that's good to know.
wow.
So I don't really know what's going on with
Huh.
Yamamoto, but it seems like he's kind of all over the place sometimes. So I'm gonna take the Yankees.
Man, that Sunday night matchup's gonna be even better with Glasnow and Gill.
Yes, should be good.
I gotta go with the other beach town, New York.
Beach
There's
Town.
water
Oh my!
there.
I have to drive. I have to drive 20 minutes to get to the coast. Man, I must be in Illinois. All right. I'm looking here. I'm
Coast of
looking.
the Mississippi.
Looking. Hey, Mississippi is pretty close to an ocean. Let's go. I'll take the home team here. I think it's pretty even, but LA's got to fly a long ways. Can't sleep that whole flight.
Well, LA's in Pittsburgh right now, so does that change your mind? Pittsburgh, it's near Philadelphia, so it's basically a beach town.
They'll fly home first. They always do.
They have to feed their cat.
LA gets the Dodgers stay at the 5-star hotel in LA every road trip. I'll go the Yankees.
Wow, really branching out there, guys.
Yeah.
Mariners at Royals. I'm starting to think the Royals might need some pitching help. After
They got 4 Daniel Lynches. That's good.
it's true. Looks like they got a That wasn't that funny, Jared. Don't laugh that much.
That was pretty good.
Uh, I'm gonna take the Mariners, and I feel like they always let us down, but I'm gonna take the Mariners.
Man, they got all of Joe's fantasy team
Hmm.
rotation pitching. So you know what that means. I'm taking the Royals.
You love the Royals.
We're gonna be Royals. Yeah, the Royals pitching staff. Oof. I mean, Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr. What was that guy's name back in the day? I mean, it's a joke, is what I'm trying to
Jim
get to.
Brewer.
So,
Oh, dude,
Burr,
nice.
yeah.
Nice. That was
I mean,
good,
Aaron's
Joe.
joke
That
was
was good.
better.
Richard Pryor is who I was trying to think of. Yeah, that's a joke. I mean, I know they're winning games, but that's kind of a joke too. So, who are they playing against? Seattle? I'll take Seattle.
Kansas City.
All right, and then the Cubs at the Reds. Well, I'm just confused here. Why Fangraphs hates Justin Steele? Um,
You know better?
yeah, like I said, I've been paying a lot of attention
Mhm.
lately. I wake up, I check my email from Jeff Passan. He gives me all the tips, tricks, and insights.
Smart.
Um, I,
He
I don't
he
know.
emails me too, but just let me know that he emailed you. He doesn't give me any insight.
Yeah, he asks for advice from you, actually, I think is how it
Mm-mm.
goes. No?
He's like, nope. The email
Just
literally just says, "Hey, I emailed Corey."
what an
I'm like,
interesting relationship you guys have.
"Yep, good
Um,
friends."
is that what you call good friends? If that's so, then we're great friends.
Hmm.
You guys know a guy named Pef Jason?
No water anywhere.
What are we doing? What is the picture?
You'll see
Philadelphia,
it.
no
You'll see
water.
it later.
I mean, there's something somewhere. Um, should be a good series. I think the Cubs should be better than they are, but I think that every year and they never are. So I'll pick the Cubs.
They were better last year than they should have been.
No, not I mean not statistically. They underperformed last year.
I'm also gonna take the Cubs because Andrew Abbott is pitching and Joe hates that guy. So
Is he related to Jim Abbott?
Bailey
So
Ober's brother.
I don't know the exact name of the song. It's probably that, but this guy named Meatloaf, I think, had a name of a song called "You Took the Words Right Out of My Mouth," something like that. That's what Jay Lee just did for me. Anytime I see Andrew Abbott, I immediately vote for the other team. The guy's trash, left-handed trash. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm picking the Cubbies, I guess. I don't hear that too often.
Well, I would do anything for love, but I won't. I won't do that, and that is
Gosh.
pick the Cubbies. Go Reds.
Nice.
nice. Look at us,
Thanks.
Wow.
Reds are hot.
red hot.
Red hot. Red's hot. All right,
All right.
guys. I think we're rounding into form. That was like our best pod ever.
Hmm.
So
We're really coming together
kudos
finally.
to
Because I
us,
was only
guys.
here
Is
half the time.
is in
Yeah.
the top 60 easy.
Corey's going to go back and listen to this and be like, what is going on? Like it was a mess. So Corey, give us the rundown there of where we stood, and then we'll sign off.
Yeah, we got three of us for the Pirates, three of us for the Orioles, four of us for the Yankees.
Just got
Split
my
on
I just got my third low battery. Keep going.
split on Mariners, Royals, and three of us favor the Cubbies. Uh, and one hit in the face with a bat. That's me.
Did it ping? It's like ping.
I'm mostly just happy it didn't hit me in the eyeball, and it was just my cheekbone. And it wasn't, there was no malicious intent from this 5-year-old.
That you
Oh
know of.
yeah, it's out on
That's
Twitter
true.
already. There totally
Yeah,
was.
yeah, but
Did you kick the kid off the team? I would
no,
have.
I'm thankful it wasn't on like the actual
He
swing
got
of the
DFA'd.
tee. Yeah.
Are you sure that he didn't just make contact with the ball and he was just trying to bat flip and you got in his way?
No, but so the other thing I told you, this isn't even the top three things that I got frustrated with. There were two kids that um hit and then like threw the bat towards the back fence. And I was like, one of them is a serial offender of this particular task. And then I think one of them saw the other one do it and was like, that looks like fun. Because I told him no, and he turned around. He's like, but somebody else did it. I was like, okay, I don't
Good
care.
logic.
Yeah.
Was it on the
Uh,
follow through, or did they like intentionally swing and then
It's
rear
on-
back again and
It's on the
toss?
backswing, so like he swings,
No, so
hits, and then
that was the throw. Yeah, that's
Sends it
basically
back.
how the throws were. But I got hit in the face because he hit the ball and it went like 5 feet in front of him. And usually there's a rule like they have to hit it like 10 feet or else you redo it. But he already missed 5 or 6 times. And so like any forward progress, I was like, we got this. Start running. But instead he was like, oh no, I'm gonna hit it farther while it's on the ground, like a golf ball.
Time to golf.
so you
Yeah.
walked onto the field
No,
in
I was
live
trying to get
play
I
in
was
front
trying to get
of
him
a
to
little kid with
run.
a bat. That's
I was like I was trying to like to steer him towards first base. It's like
anyways, go
you need
to a
to run
base.
now, and then he's takes and again it was not much of a hack because it was on the ground, but then that did get me in the face. Um, but yeah, he was just trying to have fun. He didn't do it on purpose. I'm not mad at him, but I'm not thrilled about the experience. Again, like I said, not even in the top three of things that I don't know what was going on tonight, but the
Nice.
5-year-olds were not ready to play some t-ball. That's for
You ever
sure.
think it's the coaching?
I don't know. So one of the other coach that helps me is a mom, and we were exchanging text messages about how tonight went. That she initiated with me, so it was nice that I wasn't the only one feeling I don't
Well,
frustrated.
sometimes you got to look
Frustrated.
inside when things aren't going right
Sounds like
in
they
your
need to run
life.
some big 17s to get that out of them.
You know what? Michael Jackson said, right? You want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change.
Well, I
yeah.
did that, and then I had kids stand on weeds so they'd
was
stop
gonna
whacking each
say-
other.
Something about the man in the mirror.
My first song, I thought it was "Beat It," so
That's what I did
was,
too. And
I was
like,
picturing Corey hitting all the kids with the baseball bat, hitting them back.
The way you make me feel.
Whoa, okay.
uh,
And don't forget
a
to.
lot of it was like, that's not my kid, because I think his name's Billie Jean.
Nice.
I see what you did there.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
All
I
right.
don't think that's how that song says. Now that I'm thinking about it, but I appreciate
No.
it. Guys.
You know,
It's
not
close.
Billie Jean's not my lover, but
Yeah,
whatever.
And my comment was weird.
It's black or white.
yeah. That's what you know. What we are the world.
Well, this is just bad.
You know, Earth. I think he had a song named Earth. I don't know.
It's
Get
called
us
This
out of here.
It's called
The-
the Earth Song.
the end of this podcast is definitely not a thriller. Cooney, get us out of here.
Oh, there it is.
I couldn't
There it
figure out how to
is.
get Thriller in there.
Oh, you're such a smooth criminal. Until next time, don't forget to.
That was Alien Ant Farm, but
Ray,
Rake
your
your
position.
position.
Alien Camp Farm.
Alien Ant Farm is an excellent cover.
What?
No.
No, I'm pretty sure they did it first.
That was such good, Corey. I don't know if he's serious or not.
I'm not serious.
Annie, are you okay?
I mean, she went through a lot, so she's like unconscious. It's okay. Give her a minute. She's been struck down. She's been hit by. Bye.